Hello, we're streaming Farlands or Busts. This is stream stardate 2020-06-06, number 786.5. As you can see right here, just look your eyes right here, pay attention to nothing else. We're at 30,839.42 megabytes. Let us go. Woof! Just as expected, and totally not at all otherwise wolfy. Starting us off for the stream. Let's secure the hidey hole. Very secure. Almost too secure. Let's grab Wolfie. Get rid of some of that. And carry on as we do. As we do. I was going to mention in the episode that we found those Star Trek episodes on Tubi. We also found on Tubi something that we couldn't find anywhere else. Seasons of the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Get it on. We couldn't find that anywhere. I swear I had DVD copies of it, and so does the girlfriend. We both very much enjoy Most Extreme Elimination Challenge, but we did not. We do not own those things. So we were really disappointed when it wasn't available anywhere. Apparently at some point somebody uploaded them all to YouTube, but then you go to try to watch them on YouTube and they've been content blocked for the region, for obvious reasons. But Tubi has them, so we've been watching our way through those. And you might be interested to know that it was a combination of factors, but that's honestly when I started to say indeed, because Vic Romano says indeed a lot. Right you are, Ken. Indeed. But so does Harvey Birdman, of Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law. And that was all happening about the same time that the Kurt J. Mac persona was forming somewhere deep within the chasms of this situation. So yeah, that's been something else we've been watching on Tubi. But otherwise, it is kind of like a... Here's all the crappy movies that, you know, the third-rate cable channel would be playing, like TBS or TNT or whatever. But now they're for free to watch, with commercials. And apparently fully subsidized by diaper companies. We're only getting diaper commercials, which is fine. We're never going to purchase them. But a small price to pay to have to watch diaper commercials to watch the Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. Murder! Ah, murder. Is there another one? Oh, so much murder. Alright, let's continue on. You too, Wolfie. This boat is far away. So yeah, that's a good find. That was a good find. Otherwise, the girlfriend likes watching reality television. 90 Day Fiancé. And I'm just not about that business. I cannot be in the same room as that sort of stuff going on. It will have nothing to do with it. Not Love Island. Any reality TV. I can neither condone nor condemn 90 Day Fiancé. Ah, we know what you're all about. I can't handle the cringe. But also how fake it is and how set up reality television is. Like, I can see through the setup, and then it just makes me like, watch these non-actors trying to act their way through what they've been told to do. It's just I mean, enjoy what you want to enjoy, but I can't even stand it. I can't even be in the same room. I can't concentrate. Just it sucks the soul out of me. Nick, if you're doing a Twitch Prime resub, do the resub, but then refresh your chat or your page, and then in the chat window, there will be it'll pop up the notification option. I think. I mean, that's how I do it. There it is.
Get a resub job. I guess this ruins the surprise, huh?
Surprise? Pronounces it surprise. Thank you, Nick and Mix, for 5 months. That Twitch Prime. Much appreciated. Dum. Why is it 786.5? Because this is... We just recorded episode 786. So this is a stream, which means it's not an episode, but we need to keep track of where they're taking place. This is taking place between episode 786 and 787. The Barline's robust archivists demanded that we keep track somehow. Ooh, when did we start, by the way? I haven't slept yet, right? No, the sun's going down. Well, maybe we started about 6 minutes ago? Wolfie? There he is. Zillinor, thank you for 6 months in the sub-tub. Much appreciated. Much appreciated indeed. Always use more wool. I mean, not always. I really don't want to carry more in the stack, but in this particular scenario, we could use more wool. Indeed. Need some more wood too, I guess. Ooh. Go this way. I knew it. I knew it. I was taking my time, doing a zigzag. Still did it. Dang noodle. Sleep. No snores. And awakeness. Oh, that's that tree I chopped down. I'm like, what is going on over there? All right, you dingus. Spare one of these. Oop. What's new? What's up? What's the haps? That much, huh? Did you see Mythbusters with a smelly car with a dead pig in it? Probably. I don't remember all of them, but was it like doing like the Seinfeld one? Where like there was the car that you couldn't get the smell out of? Was that the myth? Or you can't get the smell of a dead body out of a car or something like that? Oh, a car that's so smelly it could not be sold. Oop. You can sell any car cheap enough. I mean, I guess that depends on what sell it, like selling. Is giving away considered selling? Yeah, or just buy it for parts. Right, any car is worth something. In scrap. I guess what the myth should have been is, can you sell it for what it's worth without the smell, with the smell? Oh, what? Stay away from those cacti. Right, if anything, if the smell is stuck in the upholstery, you just replace all the upholstery, if that's worth it. Metal can't smell. It is not a permeable surface. You did not see the episode. I don't remember the episode, if I did see the episode. I don't have an eidetic memory. I barely have a eidetic memory. This is very bad. Boat here. I should probably make a boat here. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, hold on, Wolfie. Let's go. Well, that and Adam and Jamie didn't like each other. That's why they couldn't keep going on Mythbusters. I think Adam has or had like a kids one. Saw him promoting on Twitter or something like that. Mythbusters Jr. Spook boof. Yeah, I know, like me and Cone, right? Yeah, screw that guy. I'm sure landed myself in a predicament here, haven't I? Oh god, do you think Wolfie will be good enough to stay on this little precipice? Yep, he just spawned. Rude! Rude dude! Both very quiet in multiplayer. I'm just quiet in life. I just can't come up with things to talk about. It's not a problem, but it's a problem. Definitely a symptom of being on some sort of social spectrum. Look at the size of this dome. It's just like my brain. It's not that I don't think I have anything interesting to say, or I don't think people will like what I have to say. It's that I literally can't find anything to say. Like, I literally, you know, Homer, when he's like, oh, my mind's going a million miles a minute. And then that's just my brain at its idle speed. Tapui? What? Ah, Wolfie. Ah, Wolfie! I'm being lambasted. Yoink. Ah. South American mountain with steep sides. Oh, like Devil's Tower? This means something. Would you rather go to the moon or Mars? Probably the moon. Like, right now, just because I could come back very easily. And also, like, I think there's something to say about being able to, like, see Earth. Like, that has to be a large part of the experience. Can't just leave these things hanging here. Will you ever play Kerbal Space Program again? Well, doesn't look like Kerbal Space Program 2 is going to be something I'm going to be going out of my way to play. Take-Two did a number on the team. It was a Seattle team too. It was the development. I wonder what that means in regards to what they will or have done to Squad. Well, from the articles I've read and the Jimquisition I've watched, Take-Two bought the rights to Kerbal Space Program from Squad, the original developers. They then hired an American development team to develop Kerbal Space Program 2. That team was called Star Theory. They're based in Seattle. They're the ones who have been developing it and created that trailer that everybody saw that went live during some game thing. And then Take-Two was in talks with the developer. So essentially, Take-Two is the publisher. They own the title. But this was an independent indie developer, not owned by Take-Two. So they owned the development rights. Not the rights, I guess, but just from Take-Two. Take-Two wanted a bigger piece of the pie. So they wanted to buy Star Theory to be a subsidiary of Take-Two. The owners of the development team didn't find the terms agreeable, and I guess talks broke down, at which point Take-Two went behind their backs and offered jobs and poached all of their employees. Or at least 30% of their employees. They sent something to all of their employees, but they poached 30% of their team, their development team, and staff. to the point where they couldn't continue making the game, obviously. So then Take-Two was like, "Oh, you can't complete the game. Okay, we'll take it back." And then created their own development team. Something, I think they called it Intercept, which is exactly what they did. They intercepted this development team and got it shut down. So the indie developer had to shut down. They had no contract anymore, no project to work on, and the vast majority of the employees got taken on under this Intrepid name or Intercept name. And now it's if you recently saw, it's been delayed another year. That's not like they originally tried to play that off like, yeah, it's because of the coronavirus stuff. It's gotten delayed. No, it got delayed because of all that McGubbins, all that capitalism happening in the background. So now Take-Two gets to enjoy 100% of the piece of that pie, the Kerbal Space Program pie, because now the developer is also owned by them. So yeah, really, really shoddy. Well, presumably, at least before, you know, the first employees, presumably they poached them with like a better deal or a signing bonus or whatever, but there's no guarantee that they are even going to keep, you know, Take-Two can put them anywhere now. It's not like they're going to, okay, you're still working on Kerbal Space Program. We have all these other projects. Oh, I want to make a boat. So yeah, that's a slime-filled basements right there that I'm like, well, maybe I don't want to support them. And now who's to know? It seemed like that indie developer really, I didn't see anything about him, but really was like, yeah, Kerbal Space Program. They really understood Kerbal Space Program. Are non-compete clauses not standard in the industry? Who sets the standard? the big multi-billion-dollar publishing companies. Yeah, they've done this before too, I think, or something happened similar. So yeah, not too thrilled or interested about that, but they're probably hoping everybody will forget by the time another year passes by before Kerbal Space Program 2 comes out. So I don't know. I'm in no hurry. I'm in no hurry. To play the old Kerbal Space Program or anything about the new Kerbal Space Program. You used to talk to those guys? No. Kerbal Space Program was originally developed by Squad in Mexico. Squad was a multimedia company, mostly doing work for trade shows and things, for corporate things. But as a side project, Felipe Harvester was allowed to work on this Kerbal Space Program, and it ended up getting big. They weren't even a games developer, but then they shifted all their focus to doing Kerbal Space Program. A while ago, the original team that originally made Kerbal Space Program got hired by Valve. Poached, maybe? I don't know. They got hired by Valve. So Squad, just whatever team was left or got hired at Squad, continued working on Kerbal Space Program, but then Take-Two bought Kerbal Space Program from Squad. I don't know if Kerbal Space Program, the original, is still being updated by the original Squad. Well, not the original Squad team, but the Squad themselves, or if that has also been enveloped by Take-Two. So yeah, I didn't really talk to them so much as I met them at a PAX once because they did a panel. It was that was just a weird thing. At the time that Kerbal Space Program was first out in alpha, their community manager was a fan, a Farlander, if you will. So the community manager really made a lot of connections there, and that's why they used to say thanks Kurt J. Mac in the credits. They put a Kurt Kerman in there, and during one of the Flobathons, they gave me a Kerbal Space Program, like a mod that I could put 3D glasses on my Kerbals. But once that guy left, like that pretty much all stopped, which was fine because it was more than what was necessary for, you know, I was just playing the game. But yeah, that was different. some weird times. Yeah, that is who you're thinking of. I have no connection with the Seattle team that recently just got forked over, or anybody else working at Kerbal. A burp. Yeah, I could see that. I could see them having hired mod makers. How far along am I? I don't know because I don't press F3 very often. Only when we reach our charity goals. But the last time I pressed F3, right there, was August 2019. And that was 30%-ish of the way to the far lands. I don't know what that means for us now, how long we are. What am I doing on stuff? Doing fine. Doing fine. Oh, okay. Nope, not going that way. I do have a water bucket. Ain't gonna work out too good for Wolfie, is it? Oh, hello! What are you doing? Wait for it. Oh, is he fine? He's fine. This is a very dense forest. For the Beta 173 terrain. Usually not this jam-packed. Careful, Wolfie. Careful. Oh, that's bad. That's bad news, bears. Huh. Oh, he's good. Well, that sure was a place to navigate, wasn't it? There was a place to navigate indeed. We pressed F3 back in August of last year. 3.8 million. Thank you, Enion. You're on F3 duty. Not duty. Are you going to do something special for episode 800? No, I've stopped doing special things. Because there's going to be many hundreds more episodes. Lately, the game has been doing special things for us. Like giving us golden apples, or showing us weird stuff. Weird, wild, wacky stuff. Maybe a pink sheep. It's been a while since a pink sheep. I've had a couple. It's been a while. The Ender Dragon does not exist in this version of the game. Nor does the end. Oof. Nor do we get rain. We get rain sometimes. But it's just as we're about to go to sleep. Dang it, I keep ending up on these very large hills. Careful. We did it. Careful, Wolfie. Ooh, buddy. Oh. Oh, hi. Jeez. Oh! Getting real ornery. a hole. I mean, it's kind of a hole, but... That old noggin to the chin. Oh, I know that. Whoa! I know that, having a dog. That is a painful thing indeed. In 2022, SpaceX is sending supplies to Mars? No? What's painful? When your dog lifts its head or jumps up, and then top of their head clocks you in the jaw, right in the chin, and then BAM! They have very, very solid skulls. Yeah, you hope you don't have your tongue out. Oof. Not recommended. Not recommended. Musk plans to send a SpaceX rocket to Mars with cargo only by 2022, according to the SpaceX website. Well, that... would be interesting. But I would take that with a very, very large grain of salt. Yeah, I mean, if you look at when the Falcon Heavy was first supposed to fly, till when it actually did. The thing is it's not so much to have a how, like a way to do it. Okay, yeah, he has rockets and he could eventually do that, even though he's never sent anything to anywhere. He hasn't even sent anything to the moon. But you have to have a why. The why we had before was to beat the Russians there so that they can't nuke us from the moon. There's no reason to send people to Mars. Even purely exploratory, we have robots. We're sending a robot this year, hopefully. It's got a little helicopter on it. About the moon by 2024. Again, and even more so, NASA, a public establishment needs a why. I would love for all of these things to happen, don't get me wrong, but I would also love for us to explore Europa and Titan and send more deep space probes to places like Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter. We haven't ever explored Neptune or Uranus yet, also known as Uranus. And it's just stuff we need budget for. And if we're putting all of our budget into going to the moon just because, I don't know, it really pulls away from other things. Right, but you can't convince people based on the spin-off. There was a bunch of spin-off from Space Shuttle, but even a lot of space fans hate Space Shuttle. And again, I would love in my lifetime to see boots. That even sounds wrong. Boots on Mars sounds like a military mission. Just humans on Mars. But some 20 years ago, when I was growing up, was going to happen by 2010. And it's going to be people my age. Like, that could be me. No, it cannot be you. You know, back when the Sojourner rover landed on Mars, I remember watching that. So, yeah. We've got the means. Most of the means. The biggest mean we haven't figured out is how to protect people from radiation. Nobody talks about that. When you're going to the moon, you're still getting protected from Earth's magnetic field. But outside of that sphere, you're gonna have some real issues. Even with the 3-year journey there and back. Oh, that boat ride brought us just about nowhere. Oh, take damage. Yeah, that needs to be studied more. But also figured into these estimates. Which does put a bit of a... Puts a bit of a wet towel, a soggy blanket, a salty corn dog onto the whole thing, but it's the truth. Whoop. Wait, come back, boat, please. I have not watched Space Force. Is that Netflix? Or is that Amazon? I think that's Netflix. But to answer your question, no, I have not watched Space Force. Space Force. Bleh. What's next after the Farlands? More Farlands, I think. Up until 30 million blocks, and then it's just the edge of the map. Is that what you were asking? How long have I been doing this? Did I say did anybody keep track of when I started this streaming session? Like for this number 786.5, the official one? This is day 5. Is how many days are in an hour? Divide that by hours. Whoop. You're going to walk through the Farlands? I don't know. Not everybody, most people ask, what are you going to do when you get there? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing in an hour from now, let alone. Also part of that problem that I mentioned. Not knowing, having things or topics, conversation starters to talk about. Not very good at planning into the near or distant future. Ah, come over. Turn around and walk back to spawn. Just turn right and try to get to the corner Farlands. Oh, jeez. I don't want to waste a boat on this. I don't have a boat to waste. Yes, I've seen the many comments about some YouTube live streamer who's walking to the Farlands, and that's fantastic. If they would like, they can contact their Guinness Book of World Records and do a whole day of a photo shoot. They won't get a dang plaque frame, that's for sure. Yeah, Daniel knew. I'll pay for the frame separately. Wait, do I have a bed? Yeah, I do. Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Brick Void. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Is that... Okay. Dang it. I thought Wolfie was going to be able to drown underneath that. We did it. True. My record is the longest journey in Minecraft. Nothing about the furthest or distance, but long longevity. Time. It's a measure of time, not distance. I didn't make that up. They're the ones who wrote that for me. Those are beds. I meant to make boats. can't believe I put the wool down and made the whole thing before realizing it. I mean, technically, jail zip code went further. He went to 30 million on a minecart that was automated. And I met him there at the end, so I was already there. Why the pillars for the beds? Because in this version of the game, if you try to sleep anywhere within 2 blocks, 3 blocks of a dark spot, that is a spot that a mob could spawn, it won't let you sleep and it will spawn a mob on you. It'll give you a nightmare. As opposed to there are monsters nearby, you cannot sleep. It just does that automatically. So being 3 blocks off the ground allows me to sleep. And also still have that 3rd block to spawn on when I get out of bed. Or if I were to die, I would spawn back there. Is this the last day? Should this be the last day? The final day! I suppose most recently these people have found a lot of spare time on their hands due to the quarantines. So they say, why not walk to the far lands? Or why not try to cut an Astroneer planet in half? Piece of cake. Fantastic. Nobody's done this before. Surely they're handing out the world's records of Guinness for this. Did he finish the world cutting? Nope. Nope. Maybe I should do that on my birthday. Just a birthday stream. Cutting the world in half. Busto Radio. Well, no, actually, it's a Friday. We might be doing SnowRunner. A birthday running some snow. Or maybe I have Kong join me in cutting the world in half. On a multiplayer server. In Astroneer. Because he certainly isn't sick of that game. This is the last I'm going to think about it until the day. Just because I don't, like I said, plan ahead, so... Maybe cut a smaller moon in half instead. I think it's at the point now. I've gotten to the point where it would be like the equivalent of starting on a small moon. So I might as well keep going with the big planet. Yes, the Astroneer devs, also Seattle-based, came in and were chatting for a bit about it. Making sure we got Wolfie. No reason at all why I would constantly be checking that right now. I mean, I believe they were come into my chat. I think more than once when I was playing Astroneer. Certainly back in Alpha when I was cutting a hole through a planet. Or going to the core. I'm not gonna claim it, but I'm gonna claim that that's the reason why they put something in the core in the game. After seeing that I made a thing out of it. I'm just saying, not some sort of muse or grand inspiration here, but certainly was a convenient happenstance. Read the inspiration for the moon phases in Minecraft? No, because they're didn't they always have moon phases? Or was the game did the game sometimes just was it always a full moon? Because that makes sense, but the moon phases make less sense because the moon doesn't move around the planet. It was always full at one point. Yeah. Now let's not talk about the SnowRunner moon, which is all sorts of upside down and backwards. It is very hard to recollect. Like, I didn't even know, like, were note blocks a thing? Were record players a thing? I'm like, I didn't realize that until I'm like, oh, I guess I should build one then, huh? Oh, this'll be good. This'll be good. Watch this. Yes. Cave. Waterfall. Careful, Wolfie! Whoa, you almost went down there? Blob makes a good podcast. It is available as a podcast. Look it up on farlandswithbus.com. It's also available on iTunes. Oh, shoot. I think iTunes was changing something. Or somebody. Was it Google? Google! I think Google sent me an email. They're changing some sort of the way they're indexing podcasts on their music app. I needed to change something about the link or something. But again, I've not the memory for such things to just be like, okay, I'll get back to that, and then it just disappears into my email inbox. Look at these sheep. So late into the Minecraft green day that they spawned. And I took their wool. Alright. Alright. Let's, that looks neat over there, but it's kind of far away. You know what, let's make the hidey hole. I'm gonna need to make a new shovel. It's fine. It's fine. We can use this. Not, oh, dang it. Of course. Thanks, Minecraft. So you lost your shovel. I'm gonna give you everything you need a shovel for. Alright. Let's go. See you later, Wolfie. Oh. That with gravel. First try. Nothing happened. Alright, so, well, we have enough beds, we've got some boats, and we have a lot of stuff that I don't need. But that means all I need to do, plop down the bed, say thank you very much for tuning in to this Far Lands of Bust live stream, whether or not it was on YouTube or right here live on Twitch. Indeed, whatnot, and etc. Cat. Dusty, dusty cat. 30,914.87 megabytes at the end of that one.